fluent Arabic. I don't speak it this way because I just forgot. I don't use it. I lost it. Okay, so if we don't use it, we lose it. So I am going to go over, even for some of you that are not necessarily beginners, that will be just a refresher, and it's okay. It's a reinforcement for you. That's the way to look at it. It's being reinforced, and you actually get to grasp it even more. So the book that I actually, let me share my screen with you, that you actually all picked up. What I can do at the end of today also is to send you the electronic file too. So you can have the electronic file, but I think the reason why you want to have the hard copy is because there are pages in the book where you can actually write, write yourself. You have a chance to practice. Okay. The writing practice that they have in here, over here, it's the print, and this is the cursive. So you have a chance to write both print and cursive. If you do not want to worry about the cursive, don't worry about it. I would just do the print right now and just focus on that. And just how to learn the print. I do encourage you, because it is a language, to have about an hour or 45 minutes of class. I mean, it is an hour, but we may not necessarily get enough practice. You do need to spend at least, I do not know, 5-10 minutes a day reading on your own and practicing. When you read on your own, I encourage you to read out loud, okay? Read out loud. I know that some of you are couples, so I think it would be amazing if both of you will take about 5 or 10 minutes a day, or every other day, doesn't matter, to practice together and make sure that the other person is reading it correctly. Okay. So the Hebrew alphabet has a particular order, but the way we're going to learn the consonants and the vowels will not be in the order of the Hebrew alphabet. When it's not going to be. We're going to learn it in a different kind of order. So this letter is the letter shin. It has the SH sound, shh. Okay. This letter is bet. It has the B sound. And I don't know if, they do actually have it in the book. You can actually take a look at it. So if I actually, you can see that it says shin in here, which is the SH, the bet is the B sound, and the tav is the T sound. Now, whether it has the dot or without the dot, it still has the same sound of T. Now, can you all see my screen? Okay, so if I'm talking about the sound of this letter, this will be sh, this will be b, this will be t, right? Once I add the vowel, this is the vowel. You see that little line, which will come underneath it? See that little line? That line is a. So now if I take the sh plus a, it becomes sha. There is another vowel that is actually the a. It's that little T sound. And again, if I take that sh plus the a, it becomes sha. Am I going too fast? Is it clear? You all clear about that? All right. So, both of these will be what? Russell, what will both of these be?
It would both be sha.
Very good. So the first one is sha and the second one is sha. That's all. It's very easy, right? If you think about it. Okay, so let's see. Jody, can you read maybe 3 of them in line 1? The first 3. You're muted.
Sorry. Sha, sha, sha.
Very good. All right. Lion, the next three?
Those would also be sha, sha, sha.
Very good. I think you all kind of get it, right? And Kelly, the last four?
Sha, sha, sha.
Very good. All right, got it?
I have a question.
Sure.
Why are there two different shas? I mean, sounds. Is it,
Okay.
it doesn't make sense to me, but
Okay.
they're both the same. They sound the same. There's no inflection like a shaw or a sha, but it's just sha.
Exactly. They both sound the same. There is no difference in the sound.
Okay.
However, there is something that's called vocalization rules that we have on how we put the vowels, and there are reasons why we may have the let's say that T sound is an or the other. It has to do with syllables and vocalization rules.
Okay.
And these are very, very, I mean, these are very comprehensive, complicated rules. If you ask the average Israeli, if they know all the rules, I mean, even me as a Hebrew teacher, I know some of the rules, but I do not know all the rules, why sometimes we do it this way or that way. There are rules for everything, but we don't, it's really, really complicated and difficult to understand everything behind it.
Okay.
Okay.
That's good. Yeah.
But what you need, all you need to remember is that the little T and the other one is and actually in Hebrew, there are 5 sounds. So I should have said that. The sounds are E, O, and U. They're just 5 sounds. Whereas in English, you have more than 5 sounds, right? Yes? Because you have E and you have I, right? Whereas in Hebrew, you always have just an E. In English, you have but you also have right? It's different. In Hebrew, it's the same sounds every time. The symbols may be different, but the sounds are the same. So let's talk about these words, and you can actually basically write the transliteration for you. Does anybody know what this is?
Shofar.
Shofar, very good. Shofar. So we just, we had Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. Actually, this year we didn't blow the shofar on Rosh Hashanah because it was Shabbat. So we do not blow the shofar on Shabbat. So shofar begins with the letter shin. Does anybody can maybe remember what this word is? We just talked about it.
Shalom.
Very good. And this word, actually, you all should learn how to read it today. And that word, can anybody attempt to try and read it?
Shabbat.
Shabbat, very good. So the word Shabbat, we all know Shabbat, what it means, because we know the Sabbath, right? But the word Shabbat, it actually means to rest. That's what it means, to rest. That's a deeper meaning. So when we it also means to cease and to stop. So we are stopping all our, I guess, everyday work, right? We cease and we stop. That's what it means. That's where the word Shabbat means. Okay. So let's move on. Okay, this letter is, let's see, who do I have on my list? Let me look at other people so I remember. Okay, oops. Tori, what is this? Shoot. Let me just go there. What is this letter?
Bet.
So with the T sound, this will be what? Okay. There is another letter here that's being introduced, and the letter is Hey. The letter Hey is silent if it has no vowel. If it does have a vowel, it will have the sound of ha, like H. But if it has no vowel, this will be ba. So both of these, the first one will be ba, and the second one will be ba. Got it? Ba and ba. So you kind of ignore the last letter, like it's not there. It's silent.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay, Tori, read the first three.
All three are ba, ba, and ba.
Okay, very good. And let me go to the next one. Next three, James, read the next three. Oh, you're on mute, James, sorry.
It's ba, ba, and ba.
Okay, very good. And Martine, read the last four. Martine, are you there?
Yes, pardon. Bash,
Yeah, if you can read the last four over here.
what line? Second or
First
first line?
line.
Oh, the
Uh-huh,
first line.
uh-huh.
Ba, 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 ba.
Very good. Awesome. Okay, awesome. All right, line two, let me see other people. I'm just gonna, okay. Michelle, the first three.
Ba, sha, ba.
Okay, awesome. The next three on Annie.
Sha.
Annie, I think you're, yeah.
Thank you. Shaw. Is that Shaw? And Ba?
Bash.
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 Uh-huh, and Ba. Okay, very good. Yana, the last three.
Bar, Shar,
Now, you read from right to left, so
Shar, Bar, Shar.
very good. Okay. Just one second. I think I'm getting some chats. Okay. All right. All right. Let me just go back here. Okay. Let's go to line 3. All right, Manuel, can you read the first 3 in line 3?
Bash, Shaba, Baba.
Very good. Okay, the next 3, Stephen.
Those are Bash, Shabbat, and Baba.
Very good. Line 4, I'm sorry, what's your fiance's name, Stephen?
Wendy.
Wendy, sorry, go ahead, Wendy. Line 4, the first 3.
Shah, 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 Shah.
Okay, very good. Awesome. Steph, the next 3.
Ba, ba, baba.
Okay, and your husband, I forgot his name.
Cameron.
Okay, Cameron, last 3.
Sha, Ba, Shaba, or Basha.
Very good. All right, awesome. Okay, we'll move on to the next letter. I think you all got it. And then again, what is this word, everybody? You should all know what it is.
Shabbat.
Shabbat.
And I told you that Shabbat obviously is the Sabbath, but it means to rest and to cease and stop. Okay, the word in here, the first word that says blessed, it's a word that I want you all, begins with the word bet. Every blessing in Hebrew begins with what word? Do you know? Does anybody know?
Baruch.
Baruch, which means blessed, right? Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. So remember that the word Baruch begins with the letter bet, okay? All right, so now we have Kate. What is this sound here? We're on page 4, right at the top.
Tav,
And the sound of it is what? It would be like a T sound, right? A T sound, right? Okay, so do you mind reading the first 3?
Tav, Tav, Tav.
Very good. Okay, awesome. Okay, Peter, last 3.
Ta, ta, Tash.
Very good. Monique, first 3.
Ta, ta, I'm struggling with this part. I'm sorry.
No, you're doing great. It's ta, ta, and the next one is sha.
Sha. Okay. Ta, ta, sha. Got it.
Okay. All right. Did everybody have a chance to read? Peter, what's your wife's name?
Marlouche.
Marlouche. Could you read the last 4?
Yes. Ta, ta, ba. Ba.
So ta, and this one is what? The first one here?
Ba.
Okay, very good. And then this one is?
Bat again.
Bat, and then ta. Okay, so bat, I'm sure you've heard this word before. Bat mitzvah. Have you heard that before? Bat. Have you heard the word bat? Bat mitzvah.
Yes.
Okay, so bat mitzvah means daughter, because bat is daughter or a girl, bat. So bat mitzvah, if we actually translate it literally, it means daughter of commandment. So bar mitzvah means son of commandment, and bat mitzvah means daughter of commandment. Okay, what's this word right here that begins with the letter Chav? Do you know what it is? What would that be?
Torah.
Torah.
Torah, very good. And this one is, does anybody know what this is?
Tefillin.
Tefillin.
Yeah, so tefillin, you know that, okay, so do you know where we put the tefillin? Where does it go? Yeah, on your head and on your
right arm.
Right? And do you know what's the prayer that is in a tefillin? Do you know what it's in there? So there is tefillin of the head and tefillin of the hand, right? Okay, and do you know what's the prayer that in the tefillin? Anybody knows?
Is it the Shema?
Yes, the Shema and the V'ahavta. The V'ahavta, the declaration that you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your might, and with all your soul. Very good. All right. Awesome. So let's move on. We're going to learn some more letters today. Is this too fast for you? Okay, you should actually do this practice at home. And we're going to move on to the next page with these letters. Okay, so we did actually take a look at the letter Lamed in the word Shalom. The word Lamed has the L sound. Lamed has the L sound. Dalet has the D sound. And the Mem has the M sound. And then we have a letter that's called Mem Sofit, or the final Mem, which means it will only appear at the end of a word. So this Mem will be either at the beginning or in the middle of a word, but the final Mem, the Mem Sofit, will only appear at the end of a word. So let me show you something. If you remember the word Shalom that I wrote down before, What is this letter at the end here? What would that be then?
That's the Mem Sofit.
Exactly, Mem Sofit. What about the word Yerushalayim at the end?
Same letter.
Mem Sofit.
Yeah, it's the Mem Sofit, right? But when I wrote down the root, I wrote down a regular Mem, right? Just a regular Mem. So remember that the Mem Sofit will only appear at the end of a word, and the Mem will be either in or at the end of a word. Now the vowel is called chirik, but you don't have to remember the name of the vowel. The vowel is a dot, and if it is a dot, it is the E sound. E sound. Okay, so let's look at this for a minute. Before we get to that, if you look at the letter shin with the E sound, then this would be what?
She.
Very good. She. And if I look at this letter bet with the E sound, then this will be what?
E.
And the letter tav with the E sound, let me admit somebody, would be what? T. Okay. The new letters here is the letter mem with an E sound. That will be what?
Me.
Me. Very good. And the letter lamed with an E sound will be what?
Li.
Li.
Okay. Got it?
Yeah.
So that's the E sound. All right. All right, let's move on here. So, Scott, what's the first three?
La, and la.
Okay, very good. So you remember that the hey is silent, right? Yeah. Yana, the last four?
Lee,
No, the vowel is ah.
la, Tash, la.
Very good. Very good. Okay, Monique, the first three?
Is la. La.
What's the second one? I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
La, le.
So the second one would be what?
The E is, you said this one's not as pronunciated, right?
No, the bet is a
The
bal.
bet.
It's a bal.
Okay.
Bal and this would be but. So you see the vowel is ah, it's bal and but. Okay, so, okay. Marlouche?
Yes.
Do you mind read the last four?
La, tal, shal, and la.
Very good. Okay, awesome. All right, what we're going to do, actually, I'm going to do something a little bit different. This is page 9. I'm going to put you in groups. And as a group, actually, I'll give you a few minutes for you to help each other practice so that you can have more practice or to hear more people practicing it. So you just need to work on page 9 a little bit. I'll give you about 3 minutes to practice as a group, and then I'll bring you back.
Okay, how does this work?
You'll see how, wait, let me see if I can do breakout rooms. No, I guess not. I cannot do that. Sorry, I don't have that option. because I wanted you to have more of a chance to practice, but never mind. I thought I could, but I can't. All right, so let's continue. Actually, Margo, how about you read the first three in line 3? I can't hear you, Margo, you're on mute.
Shala,
Mm-hmm.
lasha, taba.
Okay, very good. All right, so I'm actually gonna read and you can repeat after me on your own. So I'm gonna start with line 4. And you can repeat to yourself, and this way to make sure that you're doing it correctly. So line 4, labat, labash, babal, bashal, and babash. Did you all get that? All right. Let's look at line 5. Lala, shala, shabal, shabbat, and shatal. Line 6, babal, babash, labat, bashal, and labash. All right. Okay, let's take a look at the words here. Does anybody know what this is?
Lulav.
Yeah. The lulav, I guess we just had the holiday of Sukkot, right? So do you know where the lulav is from? What's the tree it comes from?
Palm.
Yeah, palm tree. Do you know what the fruit that grows on the palm tree in Israel?
Date.
Yeah, date tree, right? In Israel, it's date tree. Because a lot of my kids always say coconut tree, and I'm like, no, it's not coconut, it's date. Because, so it's a date tree, actually. And the lulav is it's the very top branch of the, now this word lechem, which is bread, you know it from the blessing. I don't know if some of you do know it or not, but the blessing for the bread is hamotzi lechem min haaretz. So lechem means bread, right? Have you heard that before? Okay.
Miss Nina, I just transferred the host power over to you. So if you want to see if you can do breakout rooms now, I think as a co-host, you may not be able to, but as host, you will.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it. Okay, so I'm going to have them read. Oh, okay. Before we do the reading, I'm going to break you out. Let's talk about this vowel. So this vowel is the O vowel. Okay. The letter with the O is the O vowel. So this is low, and this is low as well. The letter Alef is silent. The letter Alef is silent. So if you look at line 1, lo, lo, bo, bo, sho, to, lo. So what's another letter that we learned that is silent? What's another letter that we learned that is silent?
Hey.
Hey, very good. So we do have 2 silent letters that we're just learning today. I'm going to write them down in here. I'm going to share my screen with you so you can see what I'm writing. The letter Alef is obviously the first letter in the Hebrew alphabet, and it is silent. The letter Alef is silent, which means it doesn't have a sound when there is no vowel underneath it. However, if I put this vowel over here, then that would make it as what? Ah, very good. And if I put the little T here, it will be what? Ah. And if I put the little dot, then it will be what?
E.
Not E. Very good. But if it has no vowel, it has no sound. So if I write, look at this word. You should all probably know that. I mean, you probably have heard it. So that will be, this will be what? What's the first one? And then the rest of it is what? Abba. So you see the Aleph at the end is silent. Now, does anybody know what Abba is?
Father.
Father, very good. Abba is father. And then if I write this word again, so remember the Aleph at the end is silent. So the one dot would make it what?
Ima.
Ima. Ima, which is what?
Mother.
Mother. Very good. Very, very good. Got it? All right. So Aleph is a silent letter. And what's another one that I told you was a silent letter?
I am.
Hey.
Okay. So hey at the end of a word is silent, right? However, if it does have a vowel, then it sounds like an H. So this will be what?
Ha.
Ha. Very good. And now this would be what?
Ha.
Ha. And with the one dot, it will be
He.
okay. Now the other vowel that we're learning, it's the vowel O, right? So then that would be what?
Oh.
O, right? So when they had, again, let's go back to the first word we learned today. You should all know all the letters and all the vowels. What's the word?
Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom. You can see the O vowel over here, right? Shalom.
Shalom.
Right? So we learned the shin, the A, the lamed, the O vowel, and the final mem, and now it's shalom. Okay? So if I take this letter and I put this vowel here, then that will be what?
Show.
And then if I add the Aleph, it's still going to be
Show.
Show.
right. It doesn't change. Or if I add, sorry. Or if I add the letter hey, it's still
Show.
okay. All right. Very good. So do you have any questions about all the letters that we learned today, or how the vowels or the sounds are structured? Does anybody have any questions about it?
It's a lot of practicing.
It's a lot of practice, right? So what I recommend that you do, yes, it's a lot of practice. And you do need to practice at home, because obviously in this format, it makes it a bit more difficult to practice enough. And if I had you all read at the same time with Zoom, I've tried it before. When everybody reads at the same time, it becomes really crazy because there's all this echo and it doesn't work. So hopefully next time I'll be able to put you in some breakout rooms. Now, I recommend that you really just practice all the letters. Let me go back there and tell you what it is that I want you to work on at home. So I'd like for you to practice all the way to page, I think all the way to page, and then we will start here next week. Let me make sure that I see the page. Page 13. Okay, so you can read all of it. Remember we talked about the root today, right? The root shin, lamed, mem, that it means peace, complete. It also means to pay. I told you that we'll get to that, but I did talk to you about roots today also. And when I say the word shalom, it has a deeper meaning. So if you can actually practice all the reading and Some of you are couples, you can read to each other and make sure that everybody's doing it correctly. That will be awesome. Okay, read it out loud and then we will continue next week. Okay, before we leave, do you have any questions? Anybody questions? Some that you want to add?
Can we pair? I know we don't know each other at all. It's just the first time, but I was thinking maybe it would be nice if we could pair already with someone to practice. But some people are alone; they cannot practice
With someone. Yeah, I guess. So next time we will do breakout rooms and you can do it even then. What I can do is I can actually, we do have the email list and I will pair you with someone that, and you can just email them and communicate with them. So people who are couples, I'm not going to pair you because you already have somebody, but the people who don't have somebody, I'll just pair you and send you an email with that. Okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, it's 10 a.m. Thank you everyone for joining our Hebrew class. We're moving on to Refreshing Judaism with Rabbi Dennis Sasso. And if you're staying and you need to take a little break, that's fine. Everyone else, if you have any questions, please reach out to, is it Maradina? Is Mara a teacher? Yeah, okay. See, my Hebrew is okay too. So, all right, everyone, thank you. If you have any questions, please reach out to Maradina. And here is Rabbi Dennis for Refreshing Judaism.
Thank you, Dina.
You're welcome. Sure.
Rabbi Dennis, I think you're muted.
Unmute.
There you go.
Okay, thank you, Dina. Toda rabah.
I'm going to stay and just listen a little bit if that's okay.
Sure.
Because I want to learn too. Okay, great.
I'll even throw in a little bit of Hebrew from time to time. How is that?
Yeah.
Well, Boker Tov, everybody. I think it might be a good idea just to kind of take a 2-minute stretch. So I'm going to pause for 2-3 minutes, stand up, stretch out, refresh yourself.